Freedom. 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 Freedom.
Good evening, everybody. I am Rich Masotti. I am your host here at Sync and 44. This is the official podcast of 44 Sync and Publishing. Again, I'm Rich. Thank you for joining us again tonight and every week as we will be presenting new content to you on Wednesdays and Thursdays in July 2026 and moving forward. Generally, at the top of the show, the team and I like to discuss the latest in music news, but only the music news relevant to the guests we're going to have on, and the music news relevant to what we're here to do, which is build bridges and help other artists get their music placed. But on Sync and 44, we want to have real conversations with the artists who touch us, right? We all listen to lots of music all the time, but not everything resonates the same way. I am involved with this man.
Hello.
His music touches me in a very special way. EP Wolfe, EP in the Gates of Dawn, my partner, the founder of 44 Sync and Publishing. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Welcome, man. It's nice to be here again, seeing you. Yeah, I love this weekly thing, man. It's great.
Awesome. And of course, our Chloe Sommer, our social media diva, and so much more. Welcome, doll.
Welcome.
We'll wait. We'll wait 3 to 5. We'll wait 3 to 5 minutes for you to say hello back. Just kidding.
I like to take my time.
I love it.
She does.
Tonight we are here to discuss. Actually, we have music news. Here is the music news. The music news is that Coventry Carols is in the process of releasing a brand new album. Now, the album is called "Open Up, Fall Apart." Open Up, Fall Apart, right off the bat, the title spoke to me. Soda was kind enough, our guest tonight, he'll be here in a second, was kind enough to send me an advance of the album. And it blew me away, right? I was listening to this album. Soda asked me, all I ask is that you put on some headphones and you listen to it from beginning to end.
Like a real musician.
Go ahead.
Like a real musician.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
I love music, and especially, you know, when an artist creates something, they want you to hear it.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
And I think when people are like, "Oh, let me hear your song," and they pull out their iPhone, I'm like, "Dude,
yeah, right. That's not how I want to do it."
Killing me right now.
Yeah. And I think I said yes to Soda, with half honestly, but that night I had nothing going on, so I pulled out headphones I had never used before, and I listened to the album. And I spent the first few minutes trying to figure out, because I didn't know Coventry Carols particularly well before hearing this album. I spent the first few minutes trying to figure out who I was hearing. Who are his influences? I heard a few things, but it only took me a few minutes to realize that this guy I was getting to know personally was exposing himself in a huge, huge way. Yeah. And what I was really hearing was Soda's voice. Now, he has a band and there are others involved. But to know what this man has been through and to know what it's taken to put this album out, to hear it, to feel it, and to be able to discuss that with the artist is something I cherish. it really felt to me like not only was I hearing the best recording of his voice to date, but I could tell just how much he put into sitting in that studio and working with whomever produced, mixed, and arranged the thing.
Yeah.
The embodiment of this artist.
Yeah.
You've heard a little. It sounds like you felt the same way.
It just reeks of honesty. It's not easy to put your soul out to the world, and it sounded to me like whatever message he wanted to relay, I was hearing it, and it's just I that's all I have to say is like it's just the honesty of what I heard was great, because not that many artists can be that open and free, in this pop world we live in. And so I was really blown away by that and touched by it.
Love that.
Yeah, it was very unique, very like a person who is just doing their thing, their artist thing, like really unique, really unique. Yeah,
I agree.
for sure,
I agree.
for sure.
Thank you guys for sharing those thoughts. Without further ado, let's bring Soda James from Coventry Carols on just to say hello and get to know him a little bit better. Soda, welcome, my friend.
Hello, everyone. Thank you.
So that-
Hello, Chloe,
No,
EP,
thank
Mr.
you.
Rich. I overheard what you were saying from backstage, and I'm very touched. I'm very flattered. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, and thank
Well
you.
deserved.
Deserved. Well deserved.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, not only did you do me the solid of sharing the music in advance, but to share the music, to share this music with the world at all, is a beautiful, painstaking thing. EP said it nicely. We hope to get it out to more ears and into more hearts. But whatever will be, will be.
This is
My
true.
life has changed as a result of hearing this album. I certainly have been inspired to get a lot more creative these last couple of weeks and to be a little bit more vulnerable with that creativity. So I thank you for that.
Well, my job here is done then,
See you later.
And you know what I love the most about it is how much you said. Like when I record, I've got left, right, center guitars, sound guitars, like keyboards, like samples, and I just love that sonic thing, and the simple nature of just your music is like it sounds like as big as the emotion is so thick that it's like stripped down, raw, and really, really just great.
Thank you. I mean, this is clearly a small group of people who are getting what the band is doing. We put out I've been making music since I was a little kid. Coventry Carols is about 6 years into its life cycle, and I didn't really want to be in another band. So, I mean, it's kind of a fluke thing how this was born and how it worked out and how it has had the life that it has had. We're lucky. We're very lucky to have this band in our lives personally and have experienced it. And I know myself and the guys are grateful to be able to share it and to talk to people that are listening to it and are understanding it and are taking something from it. Because that's the whole goal. I mean, sure, if we could be like making money and being like, oh, this record came out and we made $1 zillion, that's a bonus. But this is the most important thing, is the connection. I've always said that, and I will die on that hill. So
That's amazing.
Money is
That's
cool,
great.
but this is the best. This is the best thing, and
Yeah.
thank you for inviting me.
And that reminds me of a story. I was in a band. We did a pretty small tour, but we got to play a show at a racetrack for 58,000 people. And the way
Wow.
it was set up, like it was like 20 feet before they had the barrier up 20 feet in front of the stage. So it was kind of playing, and there were some there were some pretty crazy girls up in the stands that were like doing this. So the whole show, it was so bizarre because it was like there was so much separation between the audience and the band. And then the next night we play at Arlene's Grocery, and I had a way better time. It was like every face, like it's every note, there's so much more pressure and joy in playing a smaller gig because you really get to connect with the fans. And so that big gig, I was like, this is crazy. Like, this is the biggest show I've ever played. And I feel like I'm like not even in it. You know, it was really wild.
That makes total sense though.
It taught me
a lot of sense.
The importance of the human connection, you know. I love that you said that, you know, because it's that is our job. Yeah,
for sure. And you know, I honestly, you know, I think Rich had said that we know each other, I mean, somewhat cordially, and over the past, you know, since this record was given to him a little earlier, it seems like suddenly our relationship has gotten a little bit more personal, and it's interesting if it's because of this record, which is great because it is a very, very personal record. And I don't know. I'm amazed at how, I don't know, how moved Rich has seemed to be from this record. I'm almost at a loss for words sometimes when I talk to him, and I'm kind of freaked out. I'm like, is this real, or is this just like somebody like putting on a show for me? But I mean, over time for the past few weeks, like I'm really understanding that he's very serious, and it's just it's incredible for me.
And Rich, the first person I called when I was like, I want to start this company, and Rich has always blown me away with his genuine love of music. He really gets music, and not everybody gets. Some people just like it, but Rich really, like, he gets it, even though he likes Kiss. But
okay, let's not talk about that part. Everything else about Rich is great. I have talking about for all of it. I think he is amazing, and I tell Greg all the time what an amazing person Rich is, and how great he is at producing things and being honest about things. I totally feel like I've known him for a long time, and I haven't.
He gets it.
We knew part. Cool. That doesn't matter.
So, agreed.
Yeah.
I feel the same way, Chloe, and so do you. Make a great point, right? Like EP and I met in approximately 2016, 2017, and I'm doing the math. Soda and I must have met at that Jason Bieler concert around the same time, 2017, 2018.
Yeah, that's when we met. I was actually working for him for a short while doing merchandise. Yeah. Which was crazy for me as a little kid, and having Saigon Kick which is Jason's former band, Saigon Kick being one of my favorite bands and a huge influence. And fast forward so many years later to be like talking to him and meeting him, you know, in the city, and being like, what are we doing? What do you want me to do? Selling his stuff, and being at the shows, and just being, you know, having conversation with the guy, and it's cool. It was just one of those things. And, you know, we did that for a little while, but we haven't hooked up really too much since that time. But it's fine. We exchange an email once in a while, and it's very pleasant. Jason's wildly creative, very smart businessman in the music industry. Oh, yeah. And when I met Rich, I was like, okay, so he likes Saigon Kick. And then I was like, oh, he also has a Prince tattoo, so everything is okay. Like, I'm like, we're gonna be fine. I mean, yeah, minus the Kiss thing, nobody's perfect, but
yes. And we also met through AJ, which could have gone either way as well.
Right.
Yeah,
AJ, I haven't seen him in a long time either. He was a very, very nice guy.
AJ and I worked at Blockbuster Video years ago. Kids watching this now won't know what that means. Awesome. Literally, I got so excited. AJ was like, you got to meet this guy, Soda. You got to meet him. You got to meet him. You got to meet him. We walk up to it was Rockwood Music Hall or whatever it was. And I literally thought I was a big shot with my two buddies, and I was like, "Hey guys, meet John." And John went, "It's soda." Okay, no problem. We went inside. We went inside, and Jason put him to work at the merch booth. So we didn't get to hang out at the show, but it was a great show, and
Yeah.
that was the beginning of our friendship.
That's great. I love
Yes.
that.
So
Good-
now that
good
that
story.
is almost a decade ago, and you're saying Coventry Carols is about 6 years old now?
6. Yeah, 6. It was like, well, it's funny because in 2019 I had a few songs written that were just around, that had no place, that had nowhere to go, and I didn't know if I was going to do anything with them, share them, record them, demo them, nothing at all. And in the end of 2019, a former bandmate of mine passed away, and a former bandmate of mine rekindled our relationship at his funeral. And that former friend was Terry Taylor, TT, who was with me in Coventry Carols since the inception of it, which was early 2020, which is crazy that it survived through COVID and everything else. And, I was in and out of the hospital a lot in 2020 for like weird health things. But here we go again, like fast forward to February, and we'll talk about all this stuff. I'm very willing to speak about everything. But mid-February, Terry died. TT died suddenly, and that it was very shocking, and it threw everything into like a weird tizzy or whatever you want to call it, because we had this record like 85% done, and in January, the end of January, just a few weeks before he passed away, he had come into the studio to hear what we had of the record at that time, because the way that this band has worked is the guys are amazing. They come and they work hard. They do their stuff. They challenge themselves. They work to be as, we're very art forward, and we've gotten even more so. But when the boys are done working, I'm like, nobody comes back to the studio until I finish the record. Whether it takes 2 weeks or 2 years, what I'm doing in there it's just between me and the engineer. And our engineer has been Joey Z from Life of Agony since the band started laying down any sort of sounds. And Joey is he's really amazing and wonderful. He really hears what you have to say, and he has allowed me to work with him in a way that he's like kind of nothing is off limits, and if it doesn't work, it just doesn't work kind of thing. So he's very open, he's very free, he's very honest. He kind of doubles as our therapist also from time to time.
A good producer.
So yeah, no, he's a wonderful producer, and there's so much to say in between, like the fact that we talked about the beginning and we talked about like to the almost exact moment where we are. There's so many gaps to fill in, but I don't know how long you want to keep me here, but you tell me what you want to talk about. There's so much that has happened even in just this year in trying to get this record out, which I feel this record is a miracle unto itself that it even exists. So,
well, I'm glad you mentioned TT, because I was going to get there. And you've gone through a whole lot more than just that this past year, and that must have been a heart. It must still be a heartbreaker. You mentioned earlier, these guys, the band. But you had a loss. That would derail most. How did you bounce back from back surgery and the death of your drummer, and decide you were going to finish this album?
Well, I think the fact that TT passed away was the one concrete whatever that we had to finish the record, to have his last thing, his legacy, really.
Awesome.
Because this record turned out the way it did and is what it is and is going to go live this beautiful life in the universe now. I know that myself and Sugar Bear, my bass player Cliff,
Sugar Bear.
Sugar's
Love it.
wonderful. And he's a huge component of why Coventry Carols has become, I don't know, as special as it has. And I say special, and I don't mean it to sound pretentious or whatever, because I don't like to do that sort of thing, but I feel that the band is very special. But I had a serious back surgery February 4th. I spent 2025 in excruciating pain, and I made a record from A to Z in excruciating pain, which I've never done in my entire life. I mean, sure, I might have a cut on my finger or something, but I mean, I made this record with my lower extremities almost unable to function. And there were times when we were tracking, and Joey would turn around and he would be like, can you continue? And when we first got into the studio with him, oh man, time is crazy. February of 2025, to present to him this entire record demoed out, which I think we demoed twice before I was kind of like, you know, it's a thing. It's going to change, you know, because when you get into a studio, aside from spontaneity, there are other things that happen. But I've learned, and with this band, I've become way smarter of a musician, I guess, that I used to be against demos because I was kind of like, look, if we demo, we're going to lose some of that spontaneity. But the great thing with the demos was that, you know, I spent so much time in Sugar's brother's basement with the guys, like after hours, like 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, after rehearsals, doing all of these different things with this music, like tracking just random things, nothing over the top either, because I didn't want to be like making a record that was like, oh, there's 6 people in this band or something like that. But
how the hell are we gonna play this shit live?
Well, that's the thing. Man. That's well, that's the thing though. Like I like to be as organic as possible, but when we met with Joey in February of 2025, I said to him that I am on a mission to really make a masterpiece here, because I am not, you know, and after this year too, my back surgery was February 4th. I was in the hospital for a week, and then a week after that, TT died, which further complicated, because I mean, I'm still in recovery. I can only, my weight restriction is 20 pounds. I can't lift an amp. I can't play a show. I'm doing well, and nobody would ever think that I had like this major surgery. But, you know, and I don't want to bring all this black cloud into this wonderful interview, but even after TT passed away, 3 weeks after he passed away, I'm still in deep recovery in the house. The only time I went out was to see doctors. The only tree that exists on my property, a giant tree limb fell and crushed my car in the driveway and totaled it. So the universe just kept putting these walls in front of me. And, you know, I mean, if that was the only thing that happened, I probably would have been like mad or sad or whatever. But I kind of was just like, hey, I can't even drive, so whatever. Like, you know,
how things works, right?
I don't know. So, you know, like I had said, getting this record out was, it was kind of like, I don't know, it was a challenge, and it was a challenge that the universe was kind of just like, let's really see what we can put in front of these people and see if they're going to put this thing out. But it has begun its journey into the universe. Just last Friday, we're releasing it in 3 stages: physically, and then on Bandcamp, and then it will be streaming. But we can get into more of that. I don't want to talk too much. There's a lot to tell about this record, but please talk amongst yourselves. I don't know. I don't want to steal. I don't want to be the only one talking.
I have a question, if I may.
Go for it.
Where did the name of your band come from? I would really love to know that.
Now that's
I love that question.
That's a great
Another
question.
song.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a great
like I've been
question.
wondering ever since I saw it. I really need to know.
Well, there's some history to Coventry Carol, so
Okay.
let me know. Let us know if that had anything
Yes,
to do with you choosing
please.
it.
Well, I do love the question about where did the band's name come from. So I'm kind of like, and Sugar Bear too. He has like a list that's probably as long as the Declaration of Independence in his phone of band names, but they're all kind of like stupid names. But as far as Coventry Carols goes, one for starters, like Chloe had said, like it's unique. I guess it made you be like, oh, that sounds
It makes you
interesting.
wonder.
So okay, so check, that's a good thing. But I always like to explain the name as two words independently, and I'll tell you why. Because Coventry, if you that word is almost like to be alone in isolation, to be apart from something, and then carols obviously is to be with a group of people. So that dichotomy there is kind of interesting. It's like nothing to everything in a sense. And then, as far as carols go too, like our songs are our carols. You know what I mean? We're coming to your door and we're singing our songs for you when we can. So, they're not necessarily Christmas songs, but,
So I was thinking Carol was, somebody's name, but it's actually Carol as in a song or as a
yeah,
song.
well, right. Again, like carols, like we're going caroling
Yeah.
when we come and
Yeah.
play for
Yeah.
you. We're singing our
never gone
songs.
caroling, so but I do know that's what you do in America, I guess. I don't know, but
Yeah,
anyway,
well, right. Sure, I'm sure it's different.
Yes.
But that's basically it. Aside from it sounding like kind of like a cool name,
it is.
that's it. When you break it, when you break the words, when you isolate the words, I think the meaning is kind of cool because again, that dichotomy
Yes.
is there, and it's like a lonely thing to like a full unified thing, which I think encapsulates the band well because there's so much emotion that goes on in it. So.
And I mean, it's yeah, the band sounds amazing, but how did it seemed really raw and honest, the song that you did with just the guitar and voice and just like how naked you have to be in order to do something like that. Where did that, what inspired that song and what gave you the balls to do something like that?
Well,
if he's talking about the title track, Open Up, Fall Apart.
Yeah.
yes. Well, I mean, as far as making music goes, ever since I started to make music, for whatever reason, I've made music in a very vulnerable way, just from personal experiences, I suppose. But the thing is, when I have grown up as a music fanatic and a music addict, like when something can speak to you a certain way, or when something can like save you, when something can change the direction of your day, whatever, I feel like it's really, really working. So, I mean, with Open Up, Fall Apart, the song itself, I remember when that was being built, because initially we did kind of have TT in there playing some drums, and like it's not working.
Yeah.
And it wasn't working because he was doing something wrong. The song was kind of, and a lot of the songs on this record were directing us rather than us directing them. There was a lot of that with these songs for whatever reason, more so than the first record. But, it turned into a thing that was, more barren and more naked or whatever.
Yeah.
Kind
Awesome.
of, again, kind of organically and just on its own. I remember when that was forming. What always blew my mind about this from the beginning of the song up until the song being completely finished on this record, Sugar was always, I mean, he's a brick shithouse. He is a badass badass man, and I mean, he's the type of guy that will very easily rip your head from your body. It's no question. But he's also a big teddy bear, and
Yeah.
But the funny thing about him with this song is he's always crying when we get into this song. And when he came to the studio, I mean, just a couple of months ago, maybe even weeks, when the record had just been finished, because it's only been finished for a few weeks. When he came into this, when the guys came in, it was Sugar, it was Joey, and it was Sugar's brother Jay, who was our project assistant and who's kind of like our secret weapon with Coventry Carols. He kind of does a lot of different things for us. I was a nervous wreck when they came in because they had put so much work into the record, but they also, again, allowed me to bring the record to where it was. And, that's a lot of responsibility to shoulder, I guess. And when everybody sat there and you could hear a pin drop in the control room at Joey's studio. And after Open Up, Fall Apart was done, once again, Sugar was there crying. And it freaks me out again. There's something happened within the course of this record being born. I don't know if I can pinpoint it, if any of us can pinpoint it. It just was a thing that happened. But EP, please, right? You were going to say something?
No. I was just
All right.
Why don't we play? Can we play the title track?
Sure.
Hey.
Yeah, let's go.
I'll tell you what, since we're talking about it, and this might inspire a few more comments, I'm going to play Open Up, Fall Apart. Now, for the record, I produced this video myself. This is not a Coventry Carols video, and I certainly hope Soda will approve of what I did. Let's take a look at the song. Now, listen, I warn you, I'm going to leave us on the screen, but small. I might cry. I might cry during this.
Yeah.
As Soda mentioned, it happens a lot. So let's play it now. We'll come back and talk about it. And again, EP, you can talk about what you think of what I did with the song.
Sure.
Soda, this is a tribute to you, but also just a way to share the song with something we can all look at that'll hopefully be impactful.
Awesome.
I mean, that's beautiful. Thanks, Rich.
All right, let's do it. We are going to get to the first single, Super Ache, and the lyric video, but let's play through Open Up, Fall Apart now. There's a lot we can talk about.
Looking forward to seeing it, Rich.
Just the song. Very good. Here we go. And I'll find a way to keep us all down below. We're just not going to talk during.
Open up, fall apart.
Fall apart in the open. Fall apart in the close. Seems so overblown. When you see it, you'll know. Not writing a book no one's ever read. Turn another page, 'cause I know you can't relate. Will you come home after today? I know last night wasn't so great. cargo of your ship, threw it all away. I know I'll just be at the curb later, bitching about today, pasting all of your pictures back into broken frames, and sick to my guts, 'cause I know you can relate, but will you come home after today? I know last night wasn't so great. Open up, fall apart. Open up, fall apart. Open up, fall apart. Open up, fall apart. Fall apart. Will you come home?
Wow.
You know, I like the
Amazing.
yeah, like the way you did that, Rich, with the car going. Like, there's so many movies and commercials where it's like a driving down a highway, and it just seemed to fit that kind of like, just seemed to fit like the open road. You know, I don't know. I love that part of
I
the.
mean, big shout out to the song. Is fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude. That's I didn't remember it sounding that
put
good.
into it. I don't know if you saw that like that, but I thought it was freaking amazing together.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Now,
song is
for the record, thank you. For the record, I don't envision the song that way at all. And
Well,
private,
maybe not, but it was really. It had a lot of feelings, you know.
Yes,
Because
well, I
the
agree.
words really made you listen, and then just sort of, I loved it. I thought it was.
but it only worked. It only worked because of the song. I had sent Soda
Yeah,
a,
of course.
a first draft that was, after I sent it, it felt way too vulnerable and way too personal on my part. And I don't want you to think I'm just going to stuff these things with footage of me, although this is our platform and I act.
I dig
We don't mind watching you. It's okay.
Thank you. The bottom line is the song makes me feel a lot, and I just
Yes.
wanted to capture a little bit of that.
Yeah, and whenever I listen to new music, I
Me
always
too.
put it on in my car because I have a full Bose surround system. And so when I was listening to it, it was like, holy
Yeah.
like this is some deep,
Really, really beautiful.
awesome
It's
stuff.
really
So
beautiful. I think it's beautiful. It's deep, and but I think it's beautiful because I think maybe the four of us, but I think a lot of people resonate with this stuff.
yeah,
A lot of
oh, yeah,
people have
absolutely.
a lot of deep shit going on that we all cover up, and this just makes you go like, yeah, this is how I feel.
Yeah, you
It's
really
awesome.
nailed it.
Yeah, really brilliant. Okay, really good.
Wait. Soda, hold on. I gotta unmute you. There you go.
There you go. I thought I was. I didn't want to like go down below and click any buttons. It would have been like he left the chat, you know. So the most flattering thing that anybody can do is take time out of their life to do something like this. I'm very touched.
Cool.
Oh,
Great
likewise.
job, Rich. Really.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
thank you. It means
You're
it just
awesome.
if I don't connect with the music, I can't have this kind of fun on the side. So thank you for the opportunity and the kind words. But it's the song that drives the album, and it's the song that drove that video. And I'm wondering if there's anything else in particular about these lyrics or this particular composition you'd want to share.
You know, there are times, I guess, when you're writing songs that you don't need to necessarily be writing about the present in your personal life. Like, you can go back and dig things up and revisit them and kind of see what happens at that point, whether they're happy or sad things. So I guess lyrically, I mean, I may have gone back to places that, you know, a part of my problem is that, like, I spend a lot of time thinking about people that probably don't give a shit about me from like years ago. And I don't know if that's like an empath thing.
Yes.
So I guess there are times when, like, from out of nowhere, people pop up, and not to even give them the credit that they inspired such a piece of work, but they maybe were like a catalyst a little bit to kind of get something out of you. As far as the music goes, you know, it was approached originally as like a full-blown Coventry Carols song, and then realized it wasn't working. And then I was kind of like, let's just make it like a kind of coffee shop cafe type of song that we don't ever have to play live because it's such a stripped down thing. But then few people have still heard this record. It's just, like I had said, it's just starting to live its life, but it's not on the internet anywhere yet. And people seem to be singling this song out a lot, not even just because it's the title track, but they seem to be drawn to it, which is amazing. So, I mean, when and if, you know, the future is very uncertain for this band, but we might have to find a way to perform this if it's something that people want. You know, I don't know. Like, I don't want to be like somebody who's like, oh, I'm not playing this song or whatever. But if anybody gives a shit about what you're doing, you should really, you know, play to your audience. And I'm grateful to have anybody give a shit about anything.
That song was
I don't know.
Killer.
Great.
Whenever I listen to a new band, I always just try to find, like, because obviously, you know, when you're listening to music, it's like, you know, what you connect with. And I think that was maybe the second song I hit. And because the band stuff is so good, but hearing that, it was like, I just love it. That song really, really resonated. It made me go, oh, these guys are like, they're deep.
Thank you. That's amazing. You know, when I got into the studio, more with this song, more got built into. I was very inspired by a Tori Amos song, actually off of Boys for Pele too, for a little bit of that vocal stuff. Like there's the second verse that has kind of like that choral vocal stuff in there. That
yes,
just on the fly, I was kind of like, Joey, I have this idea that in this one Tori Amos song, she has like this kind of like, it's like an African choir that's in there, and I was just like, I'm gonna try to do something like that. So we just kind of like built these vocals, and it's a quick part. It's not even. It's like in 5 bars, but when I hear back now, is like I can't imagine this recording not having that sort of thing in it, because the interesting thing about what this band does, I think, not necessarily even on this record, but also on this record, we're kind of like really big into like Easter eggs, you know, like, so there's stuff around, and we have our like our little quirky things that we do within our songwriting too, like the Coventry Carols twist that we kind of like to put into the songs. But
what is that twist? What's your signature thing?
Wait a minute. Quick change and let's go. When I made that audio, the soda sampler, I think I was honing in on all your little Easter eggs.
Okay, well, yeah, that also Easter eggs. So wait. So maybe Chloe doesn't. So Easter eggs, you hide Easter eggs on Easter in America, I guess, right?
Okay. All right.
So like, there's little hidden things throughout this record. More on this record, even on the first record. If you want to talk about that, I'd be glad to talk about that too. But it's a different type of record. But there's little like things that you discover and that you uncover.
That's so exciting, because now I have a whole new way to look at it as well. You know, now
Easter eggs. So
it's going to be my first Easter egg hunt.
Yes. Chloe's first Easter egg hunt will be listening to Open Up, Fall Apart.
You know, I waited all my life for this. I've never done one. I've never done an Easter egg hunt. Now,
so
I
noticed all of them. I noticed that choir. I noticed the brief hand clapping.
What was that sound you used? It almost sounded like that thing Jimmy Page used to do on the stage, like the Covertron or
Mellotron. You're saying
Mellotron? Yeah. It was like a nice swoosh thing that was really dope.
Well, yeah, the end of the song. So when we got to the end of this song, I was like, you know, it's a great little like song unto itself as like just an acoustic singer-songwriter thing. Mm-hmm. But when we got to the end, I was kind of like, we had to have a climax here. We have to have like this. The song, for such a quiet, intimate piece of work, I feel like it kind of takes you on a roller coaster, a ride. I don't know. Yeah. But I'm like, we need a crescendo. We need a thing to happen. So I have a melodica, which is like a little, like almost like air horn type thing. You blow into it, and it's got maybe like 24.
I know what you're talking about.
However many keys on it. So I mean that, and then like the drums, which I was just pounding on a bass drum with a mallet for.
Yeah.
And then there's like this really airy guitar stuff happening, and Sugar Bear is a big bass chord guy, so he's just done. And at the end of that song, we're all like just on the downbeat, and we're driving it home. We're like just making the point, and then it fades out, and then just the "Will you come home" just ends. You know,
there's a, and I hate to keep bringing them up, but there's a song on Sketches for My Sweetheart, the Drunk. And it's the song starts out really with just guitar and builds into this like and the words are like, "We can go on," something like I wish I could remember the name of the song, but it's got that like orchestral kind of like it just brings it to where you're almost like feeling that, and then when you bring it into the end, it's like it's almost like a release.
Right, sure. That makes total sense, and that's great. And I again love that I'm here with three people that I feel seen. You know,
You are, and you heard.
Yeah.
I'm mesmerized, but I kind of feel like I need to see who Sugar Bear is, because like you
you know, Sugar.
Bear, I'm like, I need to know Sugar Bear too.
Love Sugar. And
This is
we'll
my
have to-
thoughts here.
we'll have to do. I mean, if Rich wants to, you know, like bring us back for like a part
Yes.
2 or something, we'll have to get Sugar in here.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That would be
He's-
really dope.
He's busy and he's hard. Look, I don't even get the opportunity to communicate with him as much as I did even like a few months ago. Partially because like we're still mourning a number of different things, and everybody mourns differently. And I kind of think he's just laying low. I mean, he lays low to begin with because like we're not into any kind of nonsense at this point in our lives. But
Yeah.
you know, he's dealing with things within the band and within his own life, and I respect that. I mean, I miss him because I don't see him as much as I used to.
Yeah.
But we kind of had to rebuild this band within the past recent months, even though we had this beautiful record done. I mean, I was not sure if I was going to continue doing this after dedicating my life to it, quite honestly.
It takes everything out of you to make a record, and it really does. It's emotional. You're giving a part of your soul to what you do, and it's so intense. And
Right.
especially when you get to record and get to, you know, then it becomes exciting, and it's like it's like a relationship, you know, that ends well, you know, but it's really intense, man.
No, it is.
Does it feel like having a child? Do they feel like children?
I mean, I've never personally given birth, but you know,
No, not like that. Do they feel like your babies?
I mean, yeah, it's a very personal part of my life. You know, EP had said, and I love that you're understanding that. Like, look, some people make music. Everybody makes music differently. I just happen to enjoy music that I can get in and like feel all the guts and move around and stuff. And like, I always wanted to give that back because that's the type of stuff that has helped me navigate life. And I always wanted to repay the favor. I don't know. You know, I don't know.
Every time. Sorry, go ahead, Chloe.
No, I was just gonna say the way you explain that to me, like the picture in my head, because I'm a visual artist, not a music artist. It sounds to me like you're sort of a musical surgeon, you know.
That's cool.
That's around.
That's cool. You know, I mean, I love all different types of music, and like, I feel like every day I'm picking up on more different things and enjoying more different things. Like, there's no like genre or this or that I like turn my nose up to. If I hear something and it resonates with me, I'm like, let's have at it, you know. And there's stuff that I listen to that's like a one-dimensional listen, and I'm like, cool. Yeah. And then there's the 2, the 3, the 4, and then I'm in like a whole other realm. I'm in like the 7th dimension, you know. And that's the type of stuff though that you're like, like, if I leave a record exhausted, I'm like, oh my god. Like, thank you so much. Same thing with films. Like, I love, it's going to sound so crazy, I love to be like wrecked by a film. I love to have a movie open. I'm just like a blubbering mess, and I'm like, I need to go like pet a puppy. And I'm like, you know.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm the same way. You know, it's interesting. Every time I finish a song, my thought is always, this sounds great, but who am I making this song for? Who needs to hear this, that it's going to help? You know, that's always my main.
Of course. I mean, right. And that's very, you know, that's wonderful of you. But at the same time, still, I'm sure you would say that you're also doing it for yourself, though.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it's in my DNA. I mean, I love to record. I've been recording since I was 12, and was a guitar player for a while, but then ended up just wanting to get songs out. So I'm not the greatest singer in the world, but I love to be able to lay down tracks. I've got an intense home studio, so I don't really go big. I'm a songwriter, so I put out songs for, if a band, you know, I try to sell my music. But yeah, no, it's
one of the best guitarists ever.
But when I'm recording, it is a world. And like I said, I love, and you're similar. I love to layer, not obsessively, but I like God, strings would be great here. Or it's for me, yes, that the recording part is the selfish part, because I love to create something out of nothing. It's like the greatest feeling in the world, and then give it away, you know, and
right.
So, you know,
I don't like recording. I don't like recording.
Yeah.
This was the most. This is the best experience I've had. Like, I will credit Coventry Carols to some of the best experiences that I have had in my very long journey since I was a little kid of making music. This band definitely reawakened a lot of my passion that I had that I kind of was just like, I mean, I'm passionate about everything, and that's why I probably drive everybody crazy.
Yeah.
But
that's a good thing.
But you know what it is though too, like being passionate, some people misinterpret that for like other things, like anger and this and that. I'm like, I'm not angry, I'm just passionate. Like, you have to, and if you can't decipher these things, then like, you're the one with the fucking problem, man. I don't know what to tell you. So,
you got it right. You got it completely right.
No,
I'm not. I mean, I'm at the point where I'm just like, man, like, this is it. What you see is what you get. It is what it is. And if you can't hang, I can't help you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And that's
all right.
Yeah, the only time that, you know, if you get hired to write a song and they hit you with, hey, we want something to sound like Metallica and blah blah blah, then, you know, that's not passionate. That's just music for money, you know. Just,
well, sure. I mean, I don't know what that's like to begin with. So, but I mean, I would love to. I mean, and you know what? Funny thing is, Rich said this too, like maybe a couple of weeks ago. I feel that this album is the type of record that like is very usable for just about anything. Just happens to be. I feel like we definitely peaked here, and I hope that there's a farther place to go. But as far as songwriting goes, I think that myself and my band can be kind of looked at as like somebody that you can come to for a thing. Be like, I need a song about whatever. And we even did that, actually. There was this movie that had a song in, but again, we could talk about that. But I feel that this is a good representation about just like, I like to think really great songwriting. You know, I don't know.
Absolutely. And in the interest of time, why don't we pivot to your first single, Super Ache, and any differences in that writing process, anything you want us to know about the song before we show the video? Because again, not only are there a number of different sounds on this album, but clearly you're writing about a number of different things. Tell us a little bit about Super Ache, and then we'll play that before telling our audience where they can find and contact you and order the album.
All right, cool. I think EP and Chloe are muted though. Are they back? There they are. They're back. Okay. I guess I don't know if that was close. But anyway,
that was very good.
So as far as Super Ache being the first single, it was not supposed to be the first single on the record. But as time went on, I was kind of like, this is probably the most commercial song on the record. And what I love, not that I'm aiming for that. I mean, it is whatever will be. What I love about Super Ache, and I love pop music, and I think this might be like the closest to pop music that I have gotten.
Are you saying pop music or pop music?
Pop, P-O-P, like popcorn.
Okay.
When you're saying pop music, who are you referring to?
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't even know. I'm
Like
not gonna.
Coldplay.
I mean, sure. Like even it could live in that.
You have to answer that
place.
one. If you love pop
No,
music.
it is hard to answer that, and maybe when we listen to the song, I'll think about it. But
Okay.
what I love about this song, and the other guys in the band have more of a Police influence than I do. Like I like the Police casually,
Yeah.
but I want to point out, and I thought this after it happened, and the guys were like, "Oh, totally, absolutely." I 110% think that the chorus to this song sounds so much like a Police song.
Cool.
So
No.
go into this song now and come out on the other side and tell me if I'm crazy. You know what I mean? Because the Police, that's a serious comparison. Those guys are like, you can't mess with those dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's iconic music.
Yeah.
Yes.
And as far as like the content of the song, like I tend to write a lot about, like, believe it or not, all of these songs are in a way like at the core kind of like love songs in a weird way. But this song is about, like, I guess, and we've all been there, like being unhealthily tied to somebody else. And even maybe a little bit about like S&M, little sadomasochism, a little fun stuff in there, you know what I mean? And the video too, like there's an image in the video which kind of alludes to that. And it's good. I don't like to be so completely transparent about the songs because I want each of you to take away from it what you think it's about, rather than me telling you in so many words that it's about this specific thing, because I want it to resonate with you how it's going to resonate with you. I want it to be personal. I don't want to take away what you're feeling from it, because the whole point is to make you feel and to help you and to have you experience something that I might not have even had for my personal interest in the song. So I don't know.
We'll do our take on it after we hear it and see.
And you know what's great, Chloe, is that it's a lyric video, so you can understand everything. Although I think that my diction on this record is pretty clear, and I wanted my diction on this record. Look at you, what a smart ass.
He's Dick Shun.
Stop talking about dicks, Rich. Just play the song.
All right.
Exactly.
Okay. Here is Super Ache, the first single off Coventry Carols' forthcoming album, Open Up, Fall Apart. We will, in fact, react afterward and then tie up and tell you where you can find Coventry Carols and Soda before inviting he and Sugar Bear back.
Super Ache.
Torture is so much fun when it's one-on-one. Super Ache is so great. I could do this all day. then you're gone. Just like all your songs that you used to sing when I came alive in your eyes. What did I do? So tied to you. Did I not prove I deserve this pain? Did he tell you the story about the one time I fell out of bed and through the floor into the arms of another lover? And we ran off into the sunset, into the sea, to the end of the earth, and I fell off into the arms of another lover. Repeat, repeat, Super 8, repeat, repeat, Super 8, repeat, repeat, Super 8, repeat, repeat, and stop.
Hell yeah. Can I quickly get my thing? So if
Please.
I hear like I'm gonna start with Green Day.
Okay, that's great. I think somebody else said that at some point somewhere.
If you took Green Day, Rush, The Police, and Foo Fighters and mashed it together, and then I loved how you did the Taylor Swift Lover.
Oh my God, that's funny. That's a total coincidence. That's probably more of my Davey Havoc influence than my Swiftie influence.
Because I had anyway. Doesn't matter, but it's the way that you stop the phrase and then emphasize lover like that. It was
another lover.
Oh, you guys are so much fun. Like you're totally fucking catching.
True. It's everything is so true.
Repeat.
But great rhythm. I love the rhythm, and I heard more of a Rush than a Police, but
that's great.
I do get the and then the kind of the chunky bridge part like just rang out like Foo Fighters, but it's so it could be a billion bands, but that's kind of what I'm hearing, me personally.
Well, that's great. Those are great things. Those are things that we all appreciate within the band. So that's awesome.
Yeah, good job,
Rich,
man.
what's your take?
Yeah.
Rich,
What's your take, Rich?
No. I abstain. I have too much to say about every song on this album.
I have too much to say, but I'm going to try to make it really short because this is really freaking weird and crazy. Because listening to this brought me way back to like the 80s.
Okay, that's awesome.
Back to when I moved to England and I bought my first Police record, and I went into the store and I bought a single. That first single, I think it was like Walking on the Moon or whatever, something, and it was bright pink, like the Sex Pistols singles. They used to make these really funny, funky singles that you put on your player. And I bought it and I listened to it, and it actually brought me right back to that because there's something about the bass in that song that sounds
great.
Police-ish.
That's awesome. There's lots of juicy bass all over this record, and I gotta, my juicy ass bass player knows how to do it up. So
exactly. And then it brought me back to like the pop music of the 80s too. The way you sing the song was a lot of the music. Like they used to have a program in London called YouTube. That's the 80 YouTube.
Girl,
The
you
Tube
from
in
Oh,
London.
God.
The Tube. Yeah, every week we used to watch the Tube, and it was all these musicians. You know, I was very involved in music.
I
back
love
then.
it. I love that you're saying what you're saying, and I do think that also that like our new wave influence as a band definitely
New
came
wave.
through here,
That's the way.
which makes me so happy. It makes me
Totally.
so
Because it's
happy.
exactly what came to mind when I listened to that. It took me way back
Definitely.
to my happiest time. The freaking 80s, the music, the Police, the Sex Pistols, the new wave, all of that shit. I loved it. When I was young.
I love it.
It
I
Yeah,
was
love
it,
it.
it has that. It definitely has that. Like
Yeah,
your
that's that
melody,
vibe. I
your
love
melody
it.
in the song is a very like almost like The Cure or
Oh,
Yes.
that's amazing.
Yes.
I love the
Yes.
Cure. Robert
Yes.
Smith. Robert Smith is
Yeah.
an international treasure.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
What's your take, Rich?
My take. Again with my take. My take is,
Come on.
unfortunately, we're out of time.
You got a sound. You got the wah wah sound effect for that.
Oh. So you'll have to stay tuned for my take. I love this album ad nauseum.
Absolutely.
I can vomit all over all you guys for another hour about this album. But for now, let's tell people where they can find Soda and Coventry Carols, of course, at officialsoda.com, coventrycarols.com. Soda's available on Instagram at soda_John Soda James, and of course, facebook.com/official soda. You can find Soda and Coventry Carols on these platforms. The album is available on CD at the moment. If you go to the website, there's a beautiful shop there and lots of goodies available. I know that Bandcamp is next. I'll let Soda talk about that more for a moment. Bandcamp is next, and then on July 17th, the album releases proper.
There you go.
Super dope.
Super 8.
So you must. That's awesome, man.
Dope, repeat, super dope, repeat.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay. Shout out.
Anything you want us to know about your release process, and when we can have you back? I'm going to give you some time. You're a busy man. I'm going to give you time.
well, let's see. What was last Friday's date? Last Friday was the 18th, and we released the album physically on the 18th with some very limited edition merchandise onto the website. And we do have some help from a record label called Rescord, which is just two guys. One is in Chicago. The other was in San Diego, but he is now in Portugal. But they helped us. And I know a lot of people love vinyl, but vinyl also is more expensive. CDs are the cheapest thing that you can make, but they're also the best sounding, most lossless thing that you're going to hear musically. So for me, the ultimate thing is to hold a compact disc, because that is my personal favorite form of music, physical media. So it is in the form of a compact disc. I mean, I handmade a bunch of pins. Sugar Bear is going to hand make something. I put like a one-off piece of art on the website. Our launch for the physical stuff this past weekend was very successful, and it's very amazing. I'm still downstairs working on furnishing orders, right now. And then Bandcamp, I think, is July 3rd for people that enjoy digital stuff. And then 2 weeks after that, I think it's going to be streaming worldwide for everybody else that just likes to say, like, hey, Alexa, play whatever thing you want to play.
That's great.
Not right now, Alexa. Not right now.
Did she hear me? Is everybody's Alexa like, okay, we're going to play Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, because everything is Taylor Swift. She apparently owns the music industry. So
Apparently.
Well, she needs to talk to EP first.
Her guitar player is absolutely sick. He's
yeah,
great player, man. Really big session player.
I'm sure. She should, they should let somebody else have a chance now. So.
I'll tell you, my daughter wanted to watch her concert when it came out on video, and I have in my old apartment I had a big movie screen with sound, and I was like, okay, I'll pay the $26 or whatever it is to watch the Taylor Swift concert. And I was sitting there going, oh my God, like
Same.
3 hours nonstop, crazy, like floating feathers and just out of control. Like I was like, what am I watching? This is crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm not coming down on her. I think it's an unbelievable thing that she has achieved. I'm like,
Phenomenon.
I'm like, wow. I'm like, you don't ever have to do this ever again. Like you could just leave tomorrow.
Amazing.
Right.
It is amazing. I'm not personally a huge fan, but it is amazing what she's achieved, and she is an amazing person without a doubt. It doesn't mean everybody's thing, but it is amazing.
And seeing the Foo Fighters play Wembley Stadium was pretty awesome. Anyway, sorry, but I'm getting way off.
This is the nerd out. This is like the after.
This is the nerd out section of the show.
Next time we will definitely. Next time we can definitely do a coda with soda. A coda with soda.
Coda with soda.
Yeah, Rich is getting the hook though, everybody. So
yeah,
I think we got to get out of here.
All right.
I love your name, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you,
dude. Soda, man, it was such a pleasure.
Yeah,
absolute pleasure,
awesome.
man. You're passionate. You're for real. Your music shows that, and I wish you tons of success.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You know, I essentially have no control over it, so maybe and at this point, you know, it's funny. It's like we made this record, and it's a substantial thing. And I'm kind of like, I'm good. Like, but now people are going to be like, oh, come here, go there. And I'm going to be like, no, like, look me up 20 years ago. I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Like, it's all right.
Well, thank you for joining us and taking the time out to do this. It's really great. And Rich spoke so highly of you. And when I heard your music, obviously, you know, we're half of a sync and publishing company. So
sure.
If you're interested in having some songs up on the site to pitch, then, you know, that would be great. We would love to have you.
Well, please talk to me or us about anything else because, you know, I'm always eager to expand anything. Also, I don't want to seem, you know, like I'm not like open to opportunities because the weirdest things happen at the weirdest times. So
yeah, very true. Very true.
Beautiful.
And we have go ahead, Rich.
You first.
No, and I was gonna, you know, say like because we're artist founded, you know.
Well, if you want to go behind the scenes here, EP, please, like anytime you want to talk, I would love to do that. So
sweet, yeah, I look forward to it, man. I look forward to it.
Thank you all.
Soda, thank you. I mean, the team said it. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing this album with us and with me and ultimately with the world. You didn't have to. I think those of us here are going to be better off for it. And we definitely, I know we wish you all the success in the world, right? Here we are. We're not kids anymore. So that means different things now. But if this music can get out and continue to touch people the way it's touching us, then I think, as you said at the top, we've all done our job.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I hope so. You know, and thank you all of you.
And congrats, brother. Congrats.
Awesome.
Good job, man. Good job.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna run the outro. Feel free to stick around, and if anybody wants to say goodnight on the other end, I'll be here. Soda, if you got to bounce, feel free.
I'll hang for a few. Thank you.
Thank you. This is Sync in 4/4 with Rich Masotti, EP Wolfe, Chloe Sommer. Tonight's guest was Soda James from Coventry Carols. We couldn't be happier to have him. Please go check out his music.
Dude, that's great. That's fucking great, dude. Yes.